In this video, we'll look at how you can carry out parental control settings on a dlink router. You would require a computer to carry out the settings, and the computer must be connected to the router on which you wish to carry out the parental controls. As you can see here, there is a network cable connected to a LAN port on the router, and the other end of that network cable is connected into the network interface of the computer that I'll be using to carry out the settings. Once the physical connections have been done, the next steps will be carried out on the computer. We would first of all find out the IP address of the router, through which we can access the web interface of the router. So we'll try to use command prompt to find out the IP address. So in the search bar, I will type cmd and then try to open command prompt. So we'll input ipconfig and press enter. So you can see the IPv4 address, which is the IP address of the computer, and then also the default gateway, which is the IP address of the router, and it is 192.168.0.1. So this is the IP address of the router. That is what we'll input into a web browser. So there is a web browser at my desktop. Let me open it up. And in the address bar of the web browser, we would have to input the IP address of the router, which is 192.168.0.1. So this will lead us to the web interface of the router. And you can see the username and password column to be able to sign into the router. The username of my router is still admin. And then I'll input the password. Once that is done, I will log into the router. Now, this is the home page of the router. We want to carry out parental controls on the router, and so we'll have to access features. So under features, I'll click features, and we are looking for parental controls, and that is under URL filter. So open URL filter. All right, so at this point, we will be able to carry out the parental control settings. So when you come down here, enable URL filtering, it needs to be turned on, and there are two options here. You can deny URL address, that is just the web addresses of the web addresses that you want to deny access to. So you are going to blacklist some specific web addresses, or you also have the option to allow some URLs. So once you allow some URLs, the others will be blocked. So you can choose to either blacklist some URLs or you whitelist some URLs. So let's try, for example, if you want to blacklist a certain URL, you have to just type in the URL address. So for example, there are a lot of URLs that have been opened to me, but you can decide to enter your own URL. So if it's tech inside out you want to restrict, you can choose it, or you can decide to type it in yourself. Once you click on save and apply, after some few seconds, you realize that that URL you have restricted is listed under URL address. So under the URL filter table, you see URL address. That is the URL address of the website you want to prevent access to. So no device on your network will be able to access this particular URL. You can add many URLs, say maybe porn.com. Let me say www.porn.com. Can decide to save and apply. and that will also be added to the earlier one that we added. So it means that these websites cannot be accessed on this particular router. Once somebody tries in, the person will be denied access. The reverse is to whitelist some specific URLs. So you may want to choose this option over the blacklist, depending on what exactly you wish to do. Either the whitelist or a blacklist, the choice is yours. And when you are done, you can just, after the save and apply, that activates your access restriction or the parental control. If you want to delete all of these access restrictions, you can just select the specific site or URL you want to restrict, or you can decide to delete all. If you want to delete all, or if you want to select specific ones, you can select the specific ones you want to delete and delete the selected, or you delete all of them. When you OK on your permission to delete, it will be deleted. And so that is how you can restrict access or do parental control when it comes to a dlink router. If you find value in this video, please ensure you subscribe to the channel and also turn on the notification so you can always be alerted anytime we come up with new videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.